Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today is Palette Roulette collab day, which means it is a collab between myself, Gloria from Makeup and More with Gloria P, and Christine from Life with Christine, where we do Palette Roulette, where we take our palette wheels and spin them, and whatever eyeshadow palette it lands on, that is the palette that we do or get ready with me with. So you are very welcome to join this collab by using the hashtag palette roulette. It's an open collab, and yeah, so just use the in your app store. It is called Spin the Wheel is the app, and add in all of your eyeshadow palettes, because I know lots of you have many eyeshadow palettes like us. You might not have like 200 like I do, but yeah, anyway, so but it gets you to use some of the ones that you might not have used in a while. Like, this has been very helpful for me because I'm on a low buy for makeup, and so this has been good for me as far as not using or not buying new makeup and enjoying the makeup that I have. So with all that said, let's go ahead and spin that wheel. As I was saying, this is one of my palettes that I absolutely love, but I never pull out very often. As you saw, this is the Haunted Europe palette by Nomad Cosmetics. It is probably not one of my favorite color stories by them. I do love the color story, but it is one of my favorite themed palettes by Nomad Cosmetics. I love Nomad Cosmetics. This has ones like let's see if I can see these. It's early in the morning. Like what do we see? Ghost River, Bloody Mary, Count Dracula, and there was some in here. Black Forest, with Frankenstein, Grendel, Big Bad Wolf, Boogeyman, things like that. I thought it was a very, very fun palette. It's got this lenticular. They've got another Halloween palette that they have out. It's Ghost Town, USA. But we're going to be using this one today. It is a fun color palette, but there's ones I like better than this one. So what are we going to do today? Should we do an orange and brown look? Because I usually do colors with this one. And it might be fun just to do orange and browns today. So, although you're probably like, yes, do the color, do the color. Well, as usual, I do have to go to work today. Maybe we'll add some colors in with the shimmers. Last time I used this palette, I did use the purples. So I'm going into Mary King's, what does it say? Mary King's Clothes. Mary King's Clothes. I'm not familiar with all of these locations, but yeah, they are actually, it's funny that I get these palettes because I have a little story. Well, I have a little information with each of these. They are bringing this palette back from retirement soon. So this palette isn't available right now, but they are bringing it back so that you can purchase it if you didn't the first time. So that's cool. They have retired some palettes. They do that. They're a very small indie brand, so they can't keep all of their palettes in rotation. Because they put out a lot of palettes. They put out a palette every few months. And that they put out wonderful palettes. They're usually destination centered. Like this one is like haunted locations or different haunting things in Europe, like Dracula and Frankenstein, or different locations that are considered haunted in Europe. I might buy one just to give it away to somebody who might not have it. Christine, Gloria, do y'all have this palette? Let me know in the comments. If not, we need to get you this palette when it comes back. Maybe even make sure Sierra gets it too. Okay, let's go into this Frankenstein color. I don't think I've used that color in a long time. It's this orange color, this burnt orange kind of color. I'm making a fall look in at the beginning of spring. How dare I do that? This just goes to show you can do any color, any time of any look, any time of year. And they do have really good embossings on these, but I've used this palette quite a few times and the embossings are kind of gone. I just haven't used it in a little while. I think come this October it'll be 2 years old. Maybe even 3 years old. Because I don't know if they did anything the Halloween between those two palettes, the Ghost Town and the Haunted Europe. I don't remember. But they've been killing it lately with the palettes. I was kind of sad they didn't do a Christmas palette this last year. That's one palette I don't have. I do have their palette they did. Their Santa's Village palette. I do have that. But I don't have their Home for the Holidays palette. That's one palette I'm in search of. That's a very elusive palette. Because that came out for a very short time. I just dug my fingers into Count Dracula. That's something you don't hear every day. I got to get my nails done again tomorrow, and they're getting really long. I cracked one of them, but it hasn't broken though. So I'm hoping it'll hold off until tomorrow when I get them done again. Okay, now I'm going into Dragstone Castle. They've got a nice silver in here too, called the Catacombs. That's a nice silver. A nice dark silver. You don't see nice dark silvers that often. It's got a couple of golds in here too. Let's swatch those. We've got Huska Castle and Boogeyman. They're kind of similar though. One's a little darker than the other. I might use Boogeyman. So see, you can make a neutral look with this palette, even though it's got lots of colors, lots of greens in it. I'm pretty sure I've made a green look with it. I think I made an orange and green look with it once for Halloween. So definitely go check out Miss Gloria and Miss Christine's channels. And if you didn't catch us on Tuesday night, go into my channel under my lives section and check out the live I did with Christine and C from the C and Christine from Life with Christine. We did a live on Tuesday night with the Tuesday Night Makeup Club. That's what we call ourselves, at least. And become part of our club and join us on Tuesday nights. Do makeup with us. We were using our favorite makeup. Some of it Holy Grail makeup, some of it makeup we are just loving at the moment. I was able to use my Lunar Beauty Nude Prison palette, which I think is probably my favorite palette. I would probably, suffice it to say, my favorite palette in my collection. So after a few years of having this palette, if it has been that long, or a couple, 2.5 years or whatever, having this palette still is on fire. I tell you what. So, still blends perfectly. Okay, let's try out the shimmers. Okay, what is this shimmer? It's called Hoya Basio Forest. How would that look like with the Boogeyman? Maybe. Okay, let's put the Boogeyman on. Let's go for a gold. I haven't worn a gold in a while. Not that I can remember, at least. But, you know, I could have worn a gold yesterday and I wouldn't remember. That's how good my memory is. Last time I wore that Winnie the Pooh, I wore a gold, I think. Nomad goes on great with a brush and a little bit of spray. Now let's try that Hoya Basio. I'm guessing that's Spanish. Hoya Basio. There are some blues in here too, guys. And purples. And you know how I feel about oranges and purples together. Love it, love it, love it. I like oranges and blues together too. So this is what we got rocking on our eyes right now. I know that this brand, where is it? Nomad does a lot of very colorful color stories, but very fun themes that might, but very colorful color stories that might dissuade some people from buying from them. But they do have some more neutral palettes, like their Safari one that they did about a year ago. And that one, I think, is one of my favorite palettes. It has the great shimmers. Not all of their palettes have great shimmers. This one has good shimmers. Not all of their palettes are S-tier quality. I'm not going to tell you that everything Nomad puts out is excellent, because sometimes they don't hit the mark. And when I do my ranking video hopefully sometime this year, but I'm still ranking everything, and hopefully I can add this to my ranking. I can give you my opinion on what I think is good Nomad quality and what I would avoid. And that includes their retired palettes too, because sometimes You can find their retired palettes on Mercari and stuff like that if you are a collector and looking for them. But there's also their Hudson Valley palette, which has some, I would call them colorful neutrals. I just used my Ciate London Fierce Flicks, and now I'm using my ABH Lash Blast. I think that's what this is called. It's their ABH. It's their mascara that they've had forever. It's like, this is my like holy grail. Besides the Pat McGrath Dark Star, which is a new holy grail, this is like my old holy grail. One of the few high-end mascaras that I'll pay for. But I prefer to pay for it on sale. This in the Bad Gal Bang mascara. But I do like the Lash Princess, which is only like $4.99 unless the price went up due to inflation. If y'all hear that snoring, that's my dog Moxie sleeping down at my feet. He's not quite ready to wake up for the morning. It's only about 5 o'clock in the morning. I also like the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift. A lot of people like that Sky High mascara. So that's one to try out too. I don't get along with that mascara too well, but I hear that's a good recommendation. Okay, so here's what my eyes look like before I put on the rest of my makeup. I think these look very, very sophisticated for using a very colorful palette. Like I said, we've got this very, very beautiful color here. We've got some purples and there's an even darker orange here. I guess I could have used that there. That's more of a burnt orange there. I use this more darker orange here. I use this color here. I use this brown here. I use this boogeyman here. And I did not use that color. I used this color right here. So maybe I can use this in my lower lash line. Maybe that's what I'll do. Okay, I'm going to go off camera and do the rest of my makeup. Then we'll come back and do the lower lash line and do lips. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, here's what my makeup looks like so far. What we got going on for foundation. Probably my favorite. I pulled this out yesterday for the live. Probably my favorite foundation ever. I probably say that about every foundation, don't I? But this is the truth. This is the Sephora Best Skin Ever. And luckily I pulled this out for Shop My Stash because the Sephora sale is coming up this Friday. And you don't even have to be a VIB or a Rouge. I think you just have to be an insider. And you can get the Sephora products for 30% off. I'm definitely going to pick this up. This is in shade 11.5p. Oh no, I think I put in 17.5p. I need the 11.5p because this is like the perfect shade match for me. And so, yeah, Sephora Best Skin Ever. And it is just a little bit goes a long way with this stuff. So that's what I got for foundation. For bronzer, I used the Glowish from Huda Beauty. This is in the shade 01 Light. Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder. Got this really cheap at Black Friday. So that's when I got that. The same thing for this. I think this was like a free gift. This is like the Nymph highlighter in the shade Flora. I think they threw this in for free, but I mean, that's a lot of highlighter there. I mean, you don't go through highlighter too fast. And then for my cheeks, I used the Ofra Blushful palette. I just used these more neutral shades. I think I threw in a little bit of that color. These are on the left side. So these are Brave, Powerful, and Warrior. Brave, Powerful, and Warrior. So that's what I used for that. Used my regular NYX stuff and the ZC stuff up here. And powder, Fenty Pro Filter powder everywhere. And then, yeah, that's what I did. So let's go into the lower lash. Let's do lips first. Let's do lips. Let's stain the lip. No, what are we going to do? We're going to do an Ofra. Let's do an Ofra. What is this? Sensible. Is that the one I like? I think so. These are good. Ofra has good liquid lipsticks. I got this 4-pack from a subscription box, but I just don't think I'm going to bite the bullet and buy a full-size one because they're just too expensive. I think this is a good neutral color. They do stay all day. I will give them that. And they are comfortable. I'm just not in love with them. Well, I'll have to see. I put this in my to-go bag. Okay, let's work on lower lashes. Oh, I did not even clean my brushes. Hold tight while I clean my brushes. If I ever did buy one, it would probably be the Sensible one. I'm going to put some lip gloss over it. My favorite, one of my favorite Moira ones. This is in Fairy Lights. I'll put that in my bag too. Okay, so we're going to go into this Mary King's clothes. I keep wanting to say cross. Like King's Cross. I thought there was one in here called Wolfman too. There's one called Krampus. Ghost River. Highgate Cemetery. I guess Wolfman's was in something else that I had, that I owned. I just love a good Halloween palette, that's all. Oh, I caught up in the TikTok shop last night. And, this doesn't have to do with anything with Halloween, but they were selling Halloween makeup bags. Glam was having a flash sale on the TikTok shop. They weren't selling any palettes, but they were selling makeup bags and mirrors. And I bought the Betty Boop mirror for like $10. And the Kiss makeup bag, which is huge. The Kiss, from the Kiss collection for like $15. They had all sorts of things on sale. No palettes, just like accessory things. Yeah, 15 and 10, because my total was $25. I've been wanting something from that Kiss collection, but I did not want the palette. And I didn't like the mirror. But the makeup bag was big. It was huge. And it had like this lenticular design on it. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to try. I'm going to go into that Spandau Citadel. It's a darker orange. I know y'all can hear Moxie. I know y'all can hear him snoring. Pickle's usually in here sitting on the couch watching me sitting under my juicy blanket. She's decided that juicy watermelon blanket is hers. That one I did in my haul video. Oh, that's cool. Kind of a gold on top. Orange on bottom. Okay, then I'm going back into Dragshorn Castle. Sorry if I'm butchering these names. This is probably one of my favorite looks I've done with this. Now, I will say in my review of it, when I do my final review, some of the colors have faded. Like some of these purples in here have faded from the last time I did a look with it. But these browns and oranges still look really good. So I think I'm going to use my highlighter as an inner corner highlight, the glowish. Okay, now let's do some work on my waterline with my Urban Decay. Gotta do the Bad Gal Bang lashes, of course, on the upper and lower. Okay, I will do an inner corner with my highlighter, and then I'll come back with a finalized look. I will be right back. Okay, and here we go with the final look. Again, we used the Haunted Europe palette from Nomad Cosmetics. Here is the final look. And it's not the brightest, most colorful look as usual. Again, you can make very colorful looks with this palette if you want to. Like I said, it is coming back in stock. I'm not sure when Nomad's bringing it back in stock, but they have said they are bringing it back in stock, along with the Ghost Town USA. I'm not sure if that one, I think it's sold out. I'm not sure, but they are bringing that one back in stock as well, if it is out of stock. I'm not sure when they're doing it. Might not be until Halloween time, but keep your eye out. Get on their mailing list if you are interested in Nomad stuff. I know they're also going to be doing an Earth Day sale this month. That's when I'm going to try to get a couple of their newest palettes, because you know I like me some sale makeup. Okay. Their New Zealand palette and their Atlantic Way palette. That's what I'm going to be getting, those palettes. So, let me know what you think. Do you like Nomad? What are some of your favorite palettes from them? And all that good stuff. So, go and check out Christine and Gloria's videos. Okay. Alright, I will see you soon. Good vibes to everybody, and take care until the next video, which will be up Friday or Saturday. Friday, might not be until Sunday. Okay, just I'll keep you wondering. Okay, all right. Okay, take care until then. It'll at least be up on Sunday, because I got a collab coming up on Sunday. Okay, take care. All right, goodbye.